Next, design to framework. Hey, I have a few questions. Nobody ever talks about the actual close of clients. I did not close clients ever, but this is the aim. Okay. Because I'm going for rank and rent videos, do you have a contract template for that? I just want to put my details, clients details, amount, and that's it. Well, yeah, you can, but I mean, for like rank and rent videos, I mean, guys, I've Marco and I both talk about this often. Contracts are not something I typically work on. It depends on the size and scope of the project. Typically, much larger projects are going to do require a contract, either from the person that hired me or from me to protect me and my effort. Right? It's either one or the other. But typically, for most stuff like rank and rent videos, that's a small enough engagement with a client, right? A small enough commitment that I don't work on contracts. I just work on a month to month. It's like, look, this is how much it's going to cost. If it's producing results, you're going to be happy to pay me. If it's not producing results, you should be able to cancel or stop paying me. And that's it. That's the way I've always worked that way, unless a contract was required because of particular circumstances. But for the most part, I do everything on a month to month because, again, I know I can produce results. And as long as I'm producing results, they should be happy to pay me. And if I don't produce results, they should be able to walk away. Just the same as if I decide that I don't like working with that client for whatever reason, I should be able to walk away. And if I was in a contract, I might not be able to leave either, right? So again, for rank and rent videos, don't overcomplicate shit. You start bringing contracts out for rank and rent video stuff, you're going to lose a lot of potential closes because people don't like contracts, right? Somebody else want to comment on it before I move to the next one?
I'll interject here. So one, if you ever decide that you do want to implement some sort of agreement on a long-term basis, number one, don't use the word contract, right? Because again, like Bradley said, that people don't like the word contracts. Agreements are a lot better, sound a lot nicer. Again, it goes back to the context, right? If it depends on what you're charging for and what the work is going to be required for you to actually implement. So if you're working with like a 5-figure monthly client and you're going to have to front load a bunch of work on the front end to try to recoup a positive investment on the back end, then it might seem worthy to you to be able to put together some sort of agreement. And, we talk about a lot with our students about how to close clients, right? And just how to position everything. But if like you're doing stuff for like a minor amount of money, a few $100s or a low 4-figure deal, I work in the same vein as Bradley is that, we typically will say to any brand new client, like, hey, everything's month to month. We ask for a 30-day commitment a 90-day commitment so that you can see how effective this is. And then based on the progress that we make, we'll determine if we continue to move forward. And I can even offer you a way to be able to lock in a long-term deal if you like, but everything that we do is based around that we'll have the freedom to leave. And even if we are in an agreement with a company and they decide that they want to leave, we're not going to try to take them to court or any bullshit like that. We're just going to let them go. But there is a value if the dollar amount's worth it to get that on paper that they made a longer-term commitment, because they'll be a lot less likely to cancel. But again, that's totally based on context.
That's right. Marco, you want to comment on that?
No, because I'm with you. No contracts unless the company is so big that their legal requires it. And I'm going through that now, and it's why I hate contracts, because it's been dragging on. They know they want to work. They already agreed. They said yes, but now legal, it's going to my attorney, it's going to theirs, then it comes back to mine, and then it just drags on. I'm spending money. It's just stupid. Because just let me do what the fuck I do and get out of the way. I mean, that's how I treat it. And if that's not good enough, if you can't get out of the way and you're not going to get out of the way, then just leave me alone. Because I don't want any part of it.
Here you go.